Hi guys, welcome to another For Your Information series. I'm going to try to be a little bit quieter. My poor little son's a little not feeling great, so he's been getting up on and off. So we're trying to let him sleep and have a good night. So this is going to be your sultry tones video. Today we're going to be going over some maps. We're going to go over the big ones, Warhead, and I mean big as in size. We got Warhead Junction, Infernal Shrines, Sky Temple, and Cursed Hollow. Blackheart's Bay is kind of big, but we're probably going to save that for the next video. There's 12 total maps. You see 8 here. 14 really, 1, 2, ARAM, then the Brawl. And then, of course, you have Haunted Mines back in rotation. Where'd it go? Right here, but it's kind of very similar to before. So in this video, we're gonna do the big maps. We're gonna try to kind of pick the teams that would match the teams you would see in the game, but at the same time, this is not a drafting video. So they'll be kind of playing in the background, but they won't be the focus of the video. I'll do my best to keep the editing to a minimum and the length of the video to a minimum. Like, I want to show kind of where the warheads are going to be placed and kind of their deployment, but we also don't want this video to go too long. So we'll be jumping around. We're going to jump first into Warhead Junction, and hope you guys enjoy the video. See you in the first map. All right, guys. So the main point of this map is there's going to be warheads that spawn here, 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 not there. That's a boss. Here, and and here and here. So it's a bunch of different locations now. They're not all going to spawn at the same time. We got to watch there in the middle. 3 very big lanes. So as you can see with both these teams, we have a global here, and then a global here, and I'm pretty sure I picked Dahaka. Yeah, Dahaka here. Typically, teams just on every map are going to come here and in the middle and try to fight. Typically, what you want to do is make sure that you're rotating well, soaking as with every map. Global presence is important, but make sure to use it correctly. So these are kind of the teams you would see. We really want strong soul laners. I just realized I forgot Thrall. Feels bad, man. Try to get him as real as possible. Teams are kind of that shouldn't really split like that. Typically, you'll see 3 mid. If you have the 2 globals, like Dahaka and Brightwing really shouldn't be together, but they can push a lane real hard. You got Ragnaros to really stop the pushes. Now, the real main rule on this map is if you do get a warhead, you don't want to lose it. So that's the basic gist of this map. When they spawn, it's going to be a long cooldown timer that can be interrupted by any kind of displacement or stun abilities. Now, when you actually fire it, normal damage won't stop you. And actually, I should specify when you're picking it up, anything will stop you. Really, you're going to want a team that can jump in with these 2. Is really going to have really good lane presence, but also is going to have the ability to gank. So typically you'd want to see with like an ETC Dahaka combo, with even with the Vala. Typically you'd see ETC Malfurion Roots. Oh, and an interesting. I'm gonna. Wow, he just saved him. Oh, AI. The one thing I will say, and I was trying very hard to find this online to make sure I was giving you guys a really good idea, wasn't able to find when these actually spawn. I know it's very similar to Cursed Hollow. Then after they spawn, there's usually heroes will have a 60-second delay. So I'm kind of trying to wait till that happens. But really, I mean, it'd be good to show you guys an actual replay here. But really, what you'd want to see is just, there it is. It's right around the minute 40 mark. We're gonna have the 2. Then I believe the next time we're gonna have 4. There will never really be 1. There's always going to be multiple. We'll show the actual spawn, and then we'll move on to the next map. So there you go. You're going to have a slight advantage here. Now the real question is, and this will be interesting, is will either team get the warhead? Oh, Dahaka's going to get his. So you saw the channel time. Pretty long, actually. No one's gotten mid. Is he going to fire it, though? That's the real question. That's what I want to see here. Ragnaros is going to get that one. This is the interesting part about AI, that if you guys ever want to see a better video, you better let me know what time you're available so we can actually do this right. Oh, we're getting a camp? This is actually more fascinating to talk about the actual game and how this works. Typically, by the way, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to push whatever lane has the boss. So if you get bottom boss, you're definitely going to go bottom. If you get top boss, you're definitely going to push top. Middle on most maps is not going to be the lane you're going to win. Wow, they actually got it Merc camp too. This is just fascinating to watch how the AI works. But as you can see, there's a camp here, then the siege camps are actually exactly parallel. So it's an interesting symmetrical map. I want to show you. There it is. There's the channel time. It does more damage in the center. Actually, really well played by them. But anyway, guys, that's Warhead Junction. That's the typical strategy that you guys just saw. I actually really like them showing you getting the... Oh, there's a tongue. That's why ganking is so strong, is because these lanes are so long. I actually have my breath held if ETC was going to die. Bye, Dahaka. You died how you lived. Okay, well, red team's technically really ahead in terms of structures. So this is actually a surprisingly good example of how this map actually plays out. There's going to be a lot of action around the warheads. Are they going for boss? I know I should be moving on. Oh, please stand in it. To the next map, but it is fascinating that they're trying to get this boss with only 3 people. And then are refusing to move out. They're not going to get it. By the way, don't get boss in 4 minutes. It's really, really weak. Oh, is he not even going to run? Oh, this is fantastic. Okay, I should do this more often. We're going to jump into the next video. Or not next video. Berg. We're going to jump into the next map. You know, focus on this map and getting these globals. Getting heroes with strong lane presence. You know, Jaina's a really good one. ETC, who has actually pretty good presence. Ragnaros can stop pushes. In fact, if it becomes a building, you can stop a whole warhead. Stuff like that is really, really good on this map. So, let's move on to the next one.
I would prepare for your ceaseless battle.
Okay, guys. Actually, funny enough, we're actually just recorded me talking about this map and then looked over at the notes I had from Dreadnought, who does casting, which is the guy I'm going off of because my map knowledge isn't the best. So I'm giving you guys really good info, and I'd suggest looking at his stuff as well. But I really isn't talking about any of the notes he said. So one of the big ones is you can do a 1-3-1 split, or if you have a very good soul laner, put it bottom. Nazebo's not bad. Really, neither really team has a... So actually, Zagar should probably go bottom if I was that team. You're going to want to really prioritize mid-shrine, because I actually didn't know this, but it will focus the fort's turret before the fort. Top shrine is actually going to shoot the... once it knocks these out, it's actually going to go for this before it goes to this, because it makes sense. It goes here, 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 here. Do not contest mid-shrine without controlling sight. So if you don't have sight here, don't contest this shrine. Once you see top and mid slash shots go down, wait for 2 minion waves and go take marks. Interesting enough, they'll be perfectly timed to be pushing as the bot shrine activates. So that's a kind of a big one. This bottom lane is the most important because it has the boss right here. It also has these 2 merc camps. Really, the most important one is this. And the fact this shrine actually activates more often than the others. Now, if you can't win the fight here, don't keep forcing it and getting deaths. What I would highly suggest doing, and Dreadnought would agree, is clearing top and mid, and maybe getting this camp and forcing it to push and try to get as much value as you can, because you can actually, depending on your team, especially like this Zagara. Oh, they have a mirror match with Zagaras. Zagara can get a lot of pushing done that'll actually even out the temples. Now, a big thing too is sometimes you should prioritize this well, especially in the lanes that are important. Dragon Charge is the same. If you can get the well before this bottom shrine activates after this phase, it's actually really important, because they're not going to be able to just get health real fast while you guys will have yours still up. Now, cool little fact, and actually, I never thought about this, but I did know this. You can get the first couple shots off before these little minions spawn. So if you need to get a couple shots and leave without taking damage, you can do that. The really important thing about these teams is you want to make sure you have good sustain. So like Kel'Thas is not the best. Leoric is kind of, but he's just really weak right now. He trapped himself, which is amazing. Malfurion's really good. Even like Karazim, just anybody who really can have some pretty darn good sustain, along with like Artanis. So, you know, the Thralls and Alarax of the world are always going to be good. Mobile and Globals, just like Warhead Junction, are going to be great as well. So funny to have recorded all this, and actually I'm not going to leave it in, because, you know, shorter video is probably better, but there's actually some pretty funny kills and some other things going on. But anyway, guys, we're going to move on to the next video now. Oh, and another good fun fact is once these run out of shots, these 5 here will activate whether you're standing on it or not. So once this last one goes, you can get off the point. You don't have to control it. Now, if you step on it at all, you notice they're going to contest this. This is actually not going to fire for either team. Oh, this is a cluster. Yes, take the bomb back to your whole team. I love watching bots fight. Anyway, guys, I'm going to jump into the next video. I'm trying real hard not to keep watching the bots, because watching them fight is probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen. But anyway, on to the next one. Alright, guys, welcome to a really cool map. This is Infernal Shrines. And same rules apply for the other big maps. If you have strong solo laners, you're gonna have a pretty good time. So interesting. The 2 bot lanes actually are closer together. This is also why I'm doing this, guys, because I'm learning literally as I'm talking. So you'll notice these 2 lanes are actually closer together, so you can go 1, 1, 3, or 1, 4, but this between mid and bot is rather large. Yeah, that's a good point. So 1, 1, 3, this is the biggest lane. I'm going to laugh so hard if I have this backwards. It's 1, 1, 3. But hey, you know, that's what YouTube comments for. You guys can pick on me. Really good, really interesting point. He actually says sieging is irrelevant. XP Soak is the name of the game for level and possible talent to your advantage. Now, if you destroy, I am looking at the wrong one. It feels bad, man. The 113 is correct, but the sieging is not the point. Okay. Wow, why are you standing there, Sylvanas? Guys, let's act like I didn't read the wrong one for Towers of Doom and just assume what I said was correct. Marks do nothing except shaman camps. Shaman camps are usually right here, and why they're so important is the mage basically keeps spawning dogs if you don't kill him and can basically push to core, which is pretty ridiculous. The objectives can be pretty bad unless you get the arcane. There's going to be mortar and ice, and honestly, if people know what they're doing, they'll not get hit by the mortar or the ice, but when he does jump on you, very nice swap. With no follow-up. Okay. If he does jump on you, you're going to get stunned. Now, one of the important things is if he is activated, you're going to have him jump over the gate and have all 3 of these towers and the fort shooting him. He's going to die a lot faster. So you don't want to engage him early, and especially if they take down this fort, and or even like take down this, and you still don't have him very low, especially when he gets to Sylvanas. Just back up. You don't want to get caught in a fight right here, even though these are, you know, your towers, because they'll be hitting the boss, not the enemy heroes, and they'll be able to push in pretty heavily. Top is first. Has about 13 seconds before it starts. It's going to spawn all these little guys. You're going to, and periodically, they're not going to just keep spawning in. So AoE damage is really important on this map. Now, as Dreadnought calls it, midgets at objectives take forever to kill. So if you have sustained healing, damage, etc., you're going to have an easier time. Now, if you kill an opponent, what you're going to want to do is actually come back to complete the objective instead of chasing, because basically the guy's going to be back before you even finish. So what this team actually should be doing is I would push in here. They're not getting any soak here, not getting any soak here. So that's important. If you're losing, just jump to mid and bot and let them have it, especially at this point. Like, they're just going to walk in and, oh, he's so very dead. They have a Sylvanas, so really Sylvanas should just be bottom getting a ton of value. Yeah, and great example. Don't die contesting. It's not really worth it. Now, once... wow, they're cleaning up. Man, bots are hilarious. Let's see what the enemy team... yeah, they're just being bots. Okay. So, once... they call him John Cena. If you don't know the reference, look up Carbide Animation. Once he spawns, what you should do as both teams until the later game is you actually should soak all lanes. Have your best pushers go with it, but basically you want mid and bottom to get soaked as well. Just because these aren't as powerful as some of the other maps. No more than 3 should stick with attacking or defending is kind of the general rule. So as you can see, he's going to spawn. This is the ice one. Very similar. See, he's going to still shoot these no matter what. There's the stun. Oh, is he a mortar? He's totally mortar. He looked like ice. So that's all he does. I think they actually need to buff this one. So they should have let it jump over. Now it's only being hit by these two. And because of Sylvanas, they're going to get a lot of pushing done, which is why she's so good. So any kind of ganking is really good here, but especially just sustained damage. Ability to do AoE on the shrines is also really good. My god, that was impressive. If you do have a big advantage at the objective, what you want to do is you want to stop at 39 and go back to soaking. Really get that level lead. And let the enemy team waste some time killing these. I mean, be careful. You know, unless you're really coordinated, maybe don't do this. Oh, I can't. Oh, it's funny. I can't. There's like a white bar over their health. I didn't even notice. What you're going to want to do, leave it at 39 and bring someone back in later to actually get the last one. That's also why Sylvanas is so good. They actually didn't even get the fort, but they're still chasing. This is a pretty simple map. Pick Sylvanas or ban Sylvanas. Ragnar's is also really good here. Jaina's also really good. Ariel's good as well, unless you're losing. Then you're. And this is the guys I was talking about. He can just make these guys go for an eternity. But prioritize soaking, prioritize getting buildings, don't prioritize killing the enemy team. That's the general gist of this map. They're actually doing the right thing, and this is something I want to point out. They're already pushed technically as far. I mean, they may continue pushing here, and they may have to back up. But they're down 2 levels, and part of the problem is, by the way, there's Sylvanas. So, do they have Jaina? They don't really have any range, which is unfortunate. You really want to have range, Dan. Oh, they do have Jaina. Jaina should be back defending here, getting this camp, and then getting this camp and defending. They're all going to have to back, and you're going to actually get some work done with these. Yes, they got your gate, so there should have been a little more defense, especially not their range. Their range can't do much. Wow. Oh, that was cool. Sorry, guys, for stopping talking, but that was all. I need to do this more. This is fun to watch. But as you can see, these just do a ridiculous amount of work, and they're actually getting both towers. They died. They had way too many people die for it, but this was like, wow, they're ignoring this. Yes, I should do this more. New rule, guys. We're going to do more bot games because these guys are fun to watch. Because, like, why are they just letting this push? The funny part is you are all going to be thinking, I've totally played games like this, which I have too. But anyway, guys, we're going to jump into the final map because we are almost, well, I'm going to have to delete some time because I recorded Sky Temple twice. I'm so good at this. But I'm going to jump into the final video, or final, gosh, I am all over the place. Jump into the final map. Oh, I'm missing all the good stuff. See, they're distracting me. I'm going to jump into the final map. That way this video isn't too long. I have a feeling these are all going to be a little long until I get to the last couple maps. Alright, guys, final map. The one you probably played the most if you're new. Same 3 maps. You'll notice this one and this one are... Actually, this one's probably the furthest apart. This one's a little bit closer, and there's a pretty good distance between all 3 lanes. So really what you should be doing is a 1-1-3, or not a 1-1-3, 1-1-1 with 2 gank. Pretty much, see if either team has a gank squad.
The battle begins.
Yeah, this would actually work just fine. But you need some follow-up damage, and unfortunately these are not. So, yeah, I probably wouldn't do any ganking. You really need people with high burst damage and Alarak, plus an ETC. I know ETC doesn't have a ton of damage, but Alarak does. Now, you could do a 1-1-3. I would actually suggest doing the 1-1-3 depending on what the enemy team has and what your push has. Like, if I have a Sergeant Hammer, I may go top, because typically most teams go mid, but really you need to position people here and here to make sure nothing bad happens to your team. But you don't want to split 2-2-1. You want to kind of figure out what your... The reason you don't want to do that is you want to get those kills, because it's going to take them longer to get back to their lane. And there is so much space in between each map. Now, if you're not getting those kills, maybe you need to reprioritize, especially if the enemy team's playing safe. Get the Giants, which are right here for this team, and right here for the other team, at the 150 mark, because that's when the first objective is going to spawn. And you really want to prioritize these. I will do my best before the next video to find a list of when all these camps spawn and try to give that to you guys so you're aware. It was surprisingly hard to find. Unless I just remembered, and David's better at that than me. Now, you're going to want to get mercs right after you finish fighting over tributes, because they'll start split pushing as the other tribute's going to spawn. And you're going to rotate before your opponents. It's actually, basically lane clears are really, really good to have on this map. So, I would highly suggest starting either top or bottom. really getting good push and see how the enemy reacts. If they have a Sylvanas, you don't necessarily want to leave her alone, which is why the two-man roam is going to be so important, but you want to kind of match her. A Thrall would be good. Neither team really has strong lane presence. This team has a Zag. They have a Sergeant Hammer, which based on the Lili and the Ragnaros, they could probably do a lot of work too. And even the Misha. Now, understand that based on all of this bush, there's one here, very symmetrical map. They may be waiting to gank you, so make sure you don't play dumb. Basically what I'm saying is if you're Lili, you might be able to get away with it. But if you're Lunara, you're just going to die, so definitely don't do that. Now, once you do happen to get a curse, which is gathering 3 of the tributes, you're going to want to start at the opposite side of the enemy team. So if they're all top, you're going to want to kill half of bottom, or, you know, in this case, half of top. Rotate mid, make sure you get it. Then try to rotate either, you know, the opposite direction to get the opposite end fort. Then, if you can't get that, go get boss and some merc camps. But don't try to get them while the curse is active. You're not getting the maximum value. As you can see, it spawned right at the 240 mark, right a little bit before that. There's not a ton of time. If you're a healer, you should definitely go back. Always make sure you're ready for these. Very poorly timed by the other bot team. There's going to be a little orb that spawns. And when you do that, since you're all here, especially with a strong pusher, just push the lane that you were just at. If you're the enemy team and you know you're not going to get it, don't freak out. Try to delay and push, again, the opposite lane. There's so much time, especially with the mount changes. Hi, Shubsoul. I don't know what you're doing here. There's so much space between these that it's going to take the enemy team forever if you do it right. One of the important things to remember that when a curse is active, all of these minions get 1 health. So if you've cleared 1 or 2 waves, you're going to have 1 or 2 full waves that are not going to take any damage from the disabled forts or towers. So you don't really need to finish off the fort completely. This is something I've noticed a lot of players doing, is they wait and make sure they last hit a fort or keep. If you have 2 waves of minions pushing or enough, and the person you're going up against does an amazing lane clear, let them finish it off. And even if they don't, it's going to die because it doesn't have towers. Your minions are going to outpush theirs, and it's going to take a ton of attention. Here's another one. First one spawned here. Other one spawned here. There is a pattern to this. I have not figured it out. Like I said, tried to find a list, couldn't find it. So I apologize. Enemy team. Blue team got mercs at kind of the right time, but not really. And Tychus is going to die. Poor Tychus. Rip. So if I'm the blue team here, and actually Zagara is doing the right thing, just push in hard. Try to even it out, especially since they got the first tribute. Not every tribute is the most important thing in the world. So that is the 4th map we're going to do, the last map. And we're going to go back to the main screen. I'm going to kind of give you guys a quick outro. Okay, guys, I said you were going to see my face, but first of all, I want to apologize. Kind of like we were doing before, still figuring out what I want to talk about in these maps. I feel like I did a pretty good job giving you a general overview. If you want more in depth, I can do 1 video per map. But I want to give you general overviews because we're starting at the very beginning portion. And I was having trouble finding really detailed stuff. I'll do more research since we covered Warhead, Sky Temple, Infernal Shrines, and Cursed Hollow. Now we got Dragonshire, Garden of Terror, and Blackhearts, along with probably Battlefield of Eternity, and then we'll end with Tomb of the Spider Queen, Towers of Doom, and Haunted Mines. I'm trying to kind of pick group together that make the most sense. After this, we're going to just do, because in custom games now, you can do a draft lobby. I don't know how this works with AI. AI has been really interesting. What I may do is go into an unranked game and just show you the draft portion. But let me know what you guys want to see. Let me know if this was helpful or if I was trying to go too fast. I'm more than happy to scrap what I was going to do next and go map by map by map by map by map and go super in depth. But like I said, because we're starting out at a very much more general, easy difficulty level, this is more just general information for you. More more just general information for each map too, so you're at least aware of what's happening. I'm still learning too. Like I said, I don't know which order the tribute spawn on Cursed Hollow. Still getting better at that. That's why I'm in silver and gold. This is probably my weakest area. I have very good mechanical skills, but my map skills need to definitely get better. I would highly recommend, I think if I pull it over, no, you can't see it because I have it, fail on my part. I have it set to just show the game, not anything on a separate monitor. So if I bring something in front, it actually doesn't change what you guys actually see. But I'm actually using Shrey's, no, sorry, Dreadnought. Should probably give credit where credit is due. Which is also hard to find. I don't know why this is such a difficult thing to do. Well, maybe because I'm doing it in a video, not writing it either. But anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry this is a little late. Like I said, my son's sick. Lots of things going on. Friday we will not have a normal Doom School for Dummies. We're going to have a different video because Team Lead's been interesting, and I want to get a new Let's Play off the ground anyway. I don't want to only play Heroes. So you'll be seeing Dark Souls 1. We're going to play the first 30 minutes of that. Same thing. Wait till the last video's out to vote. But if you're really interested, and that's definitely going to be your one, that's fine. Just makes it easier for me to tally all the votes. Anyway, peace out, guys. I am Doomsday. It is late. Got to record one more video. I'm so tired. Anyway, bye.